Looking to add an interactive flair to your WordPress site? In this video, we are exploring the hover card block from Blocks. Perfect for showcasing content that responds when you hover over. Whether you are highlighting your team members, services, or featured content, I'll guide you through creating engaging hover animation. So let's dive in. Before we start, make sure the default WordPress Gutenberg block editor is active on your site. And make sure to install the Blocks free plugin. Step 1. Install and activate the Blocks free plugin. To do that, go to Plugins, click on Add Plugin. Then in the search bar, search for Blocks. This is the plugin. Click on Install Now. Once done, click on Activate. Step 2. Activate the hover card block. To do that, go to Blocks, then Blocks, and search for hover card. This is the block. Enable it and click on Save Settings. Let's see the hover card blocks from Block. First of all, to utilize this block properly, you should have some basic understanding of HTML structure and some knowledge of CSS. Now let's continue. In the Content tab, you will find this Render HTML button. This button allows you to output the HTML content in this editor. Let's click. As you can see over here, it shows the output. In the code structure, you have to use these repeater items to create the structure. Whenever you make any changes to these repeater items, you can click on this Render HTML button to see the output. First, let's see the options you will get inside these repeater items. In the Open tab, you will have to select the opening tag from the Open tag drop-down. Here you will find div, span, h1 to h6, anchor tag, p tag, and none. If you don't want to open a tag, you can select this none. Then in the class name section, you can add CSS class name, which can be used to target this element with CSS. In the Close tab, you can close the tag from the Close tag drop-down. Default will close the tag automatically that you've opened in the Open tag drop-down. The rest of the options are same. If you select none, it will not close the tag you have opened in the Open tag, which will allow you to add more elements inside this element. Then from the Content section, if you don't want to add any content, you can select none. Then you can add text content. Then you can add an image, or you can add HTML code as well. With each option, you will find some additional options down here. Let's continue with none for now. From the position, you can set the position to relative or absolute. From the display drop-down, you can select the display type of this element. If you select flex, you will find additional flexbox related options. As you can see over, you can set flex direction. Here you will find align items, justify content, vertical alignment, all related to flexbox property. Let's continue with block for now. Then from the alignment CSS option toggle, you can set the alignment of the content for this element. You can add margin, padding for this element. If you select absolute, you will see these additional options left, right, top, bottom to position this element. For each options, you will find options to set values. Let's continue with relative for now. From the width, height options toggle, you can set width, main height. You can set all these properties in pixel and percentage. You can also add gedindex value. From the overflow section, you can set the overflow property of this element. From the visibility, you can set the visibility of this element. From the background option, you can set a background color, gradient color, or a background image. You can also add a border radius, box shadow. You can add custom transition CSS and transform CSS. You can also add opacity. All this option you can add for normal and hover states as well. In the hover tab, you will find this custom hover toggle. With this option, you can target this element by hovering over the parent element. We will see this option later in the video. So let's disable this for now. If you select the content type to text, you will find some text related options over here. You can set typography, as you can see over here. You can set text color, text shadow for normal and hover states. In this hover tab, you will find this custom hover toggle option as well. If you select image, you will find some image related options over here. So these are the options you will find in these repeater items. You can click on this add structure button to add more repeater items. So now let's understand how you can create a structure like this. In the open tag, we have opened a div tag and added a class name. In the close tag, we have set it to none as closing tag, so we can add more elements inside this element. In the content, we have selected none, position to relative, text alignment to center, and set the width and height 100%. In the next repeater item, we have again opened a div tag, added a class name, and the close tag we have set it to default, so this div closes right over here. Then in the content, we have selected image and added this image. Set the position to relative, again width and height to 100%. In the transition CSS, we have added a custom transition and set a border radius for this image. Then in the hover tab, we are using the custom hover option. Here we are using the class name of the main container, which we have added over here. Then in the transform CSS, we are setting the translate y to -60 pixel. So we are saying whenever we hover over the main container, this image will slide up. Then the next repeater item, again we are opening a div tag, adding a class name, and the close tag we have set it to none, so we can add more content inside this element. This time we are setting the position to absolute, setting the width to 100%, height blank so it can fit the content size. Then in the transform CSS, we have added a custom translate and scale property. In the hover tab, again we are targeting the main container, and the transform CSS we are changing the scale value. So whenever we hover over, this text zooms in. Then the next repeater item will add the actual text. Again we are opening the div tag. We are not adding any class. Then in the close tab, we are setting it to default, so this div tag closes here. In the content, we have selected text and added the text, then position to relative, alignment to center. We have set the text color to black. And the next repeater item, so in the close tag, we have selected div, so it closes this div, and set the content to none because we don't want to add any content. In the last repeater item, we are again setting the open tag to none and close tag to div, so it closes this div and content set to none. You can click on the add structure button to add more repeater item to create more complex structure. In the advanced tab, we'll find additional options to style the container of this element, which we have covered in a separate video. So that's it for the hover card block. So this is how you can create your custom HTML structure using the hover card block. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and do subscribe to the channel for more content like this.